The following program is sponsored by The Greek, Ely's Radio Shack dealer at 570 Altman in downtown Ely, and brought to you as a public service by Georgetown Media in Ely, Nevada. Ely Municipal Utilities Board meeting, June 9th, 2022.
We're thinking about buying one of those.
We have time. It's
Rides, kids.
Welcome to the Ely Utilities Board meeting. Will you follow in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we have a roll call, please?
Chairman O'Flaherty is absent today. Vice Chairman Durbin.
Present.
Member Ross.
Here.
Member Marquez.
Here.
Member Rivero.
Here.
City Clerk Lee. Here. City Treasurer HR Director Strauss.
Here.
City Attorney Cahoon.
Here.
City Public Works Supervisor Craycraft.
Here.
And that's all.
Public comment. George? Since you're the whole entire public today.
I'll speak on their behalf. Don't worry about that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, the curb gutter situation at 488 Stevens has gone from bad to pathetic. First, it was 6 inches below grade. Now the replacement is 4 to 6 inches above grade. The city is causing the homeowner extreme duress. City code requires handicap X on corners, and it also ensures proper drainage. This has not been done. New installation, water's not going to go anywhere. Your engineer or surveyor needs to be held accountable and pay for the fiasco, not the homeowner or the taxpayer. This is the second time that it was put in. It's a joke. Mr. Chairman, I would like a copy of any correspondence that was given to Mount Ely Power in regards to the Murray Street Water Sewer Project, and they're having possibly relocate power poles to comply with ADA requirements. That hasn't been done for years, and we're requesting anything. Mr. Chairman, the water taps from my family's property located at 729 and 733 Great Basin Boulevard have not been put in front of the property. They need to be put in. 1 meter pit was not installed on the, I think it's 733. Everyone else on that project was given a new meter pit. I was not. I asked specifically. I started off more than a year ago. Don't worry, George. Well, someone's got to worry. I want people protection. Also, at 745 on that same area, Q&D caused a water leakage on one of the properties. They want reimbursement. They damaged that. They should have taken care of it. That also could have been a new water meter pit. The sewer lines for both 729, 733 were put on the lower end. Code says in front of your property, not down the street or the next neighborhood. I want equal protection. Mr. Chairman, I'm again requesting reimbursement for the sewer line problem I took care of at 681 Parker. This has gone on now for almost 5 years. As of May 21st, 2022, the balance owed is $11,092.42, which includes penalties and interest. You people need to be accountable. I pay every month. I got nothing. I had to take care of it myself, and then you wouldn't reimburse me. Mr. Chairman, once again, I'm requesting a complete list of properties and individuals that the city has permitted and allowed to park on the city lots while living in them. I attend regional planning commission meetings on a regular basis, and I've not seen one application. You guys are missing out on collecting proper fees to put you in jeopardy. That's part of your responsibility.
We'll move on to number 3, items for discussion of possible action of the Utility Board consent agenda. These items will be approved in one motion by the board as its first action of business. Approval of the consent agenda approves each of these items. The only item on it is minutes from May 12th. Anybody have any corrections, additions, deletions? It's not your chance, George. Got a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Public comment, what's your question, George?
No question, a correction on the minutes. I had mentioned that the line out by Love's to the charter school is not a sewer line that is reflected in the minutes. There's a water line. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, move on to old business. Board members Robinson, Nevada Mine Company, representative, we have a report.
We do. Hello, Jennifer. I will not be able to attend tomorrow's utility board meeting. I am by this email providing you an update to old business item B1, roof pit development and water mitigation projects within the city of Ely. Robinson continues to mine for the roof pit complex. Here is a breakdown of freshwater dewatering effort from the South Block. About 9,074 GPM is being pumped. 2,869 GPM is going into Gleason Creek, and the rest is going to the mill for ore processing. The RW-70 water quality samples for the temporary pump and motor have been approved by the Nevada Bureau of Safe Drinking Water, and the system should be in service. Please let me know if the utility board has any questions. Thanks, Frederick.
Do you have any comment or questions on this report? What's that? No questions, we'll move on to the next item. New business, Councilman Carson, review the commercial metal disposal. He wanted this postponed since he is not here, so we will take this off the agenda. Move on to item number 2, City Clerk Lee, discussion for possible action approval to remove past due landfill fees and penalties up to the amount of $853.88 from 14275 East 323 South Street.
So the Gomez's did pay $1,048.20, which took care of the lien fee and the landfill fee balance, and they are requesting the penalty be removed. They did not incur this balance. They purchased the property as a tax.
Knowing that, I motion that we approve this.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? George?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't oppose this either, and I encourage you to treat others the same way. I want to remind you that you're still misbilling me at 490 High Street. I paid the fees that I was told. I paid the penalties on this. I want equal protection under the law. I never used any of those.
Your discussion has nothing to do with this item. So
It does.
No, it does
Treating
not.
others differently. I want to point that
Move
out.
on to city department reports. Board members? Jerry?
Nothing.
Greg?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I have nothing. We'll move on to Council Carson is not here. Public Works Supervisor?
As Jennifer stated in Frederick's report, that RW7 passed all its sampling. It is back in the system now. We put it back in yesterday.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
City water operator, report, sewer lead man, landfill man, city clerk,
I don't have a report this morning.
city attorney,
Nothing to report.
nothing. City treasurer, I don't see our engineer here today.
Although I would like to go back real quick. At the last council meeting, I reported that I submitted a $100,000 grant for Green Up. That's over a 5-year period.
Oh,
Yeah, so it should be going within the next month or so if we get that.
to number 5, public comment. George. The next 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I left off where I was requesting a complete list of properties and individuals that were permitted. I want to remind you that I'm the only one that's getting citations. Me or my renters. I've had to evict people. You're not going to treat me any differently, and I want that list. It's been years. Mr. Chairman, several previous meetings I reported that numerous RVs, possibly squatters, were setting up throughout the city. I want to know how many of them you built for landfill, water, or sewer. I've given you pictures. I go to the RPC, I tell them the same thing. City council, the only one that seems to get noticed or issued citations is George. That needs to stop. I want that list. Also, Mr. Chairman, I reported earlier meetings that a complaint had been signed by some individual, and the building inspector gave a notice and order to my brother John for a property owned at 842 East Altman. The family was using the garage as a family room, and the building inspector wanted water and sewer services there. Doesn't apply with anything. I also asked if the person that complained about my brother's property also said anything about the business next door that opened up, 894 East Altman, does not have ADA access, nor do they have off-street parking as required by city code. I've yet to get an answer, and I want some answers. That's all I have at this time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All opposed? Done. Thank you for coming. Board members are always allowed to put something on the agenda if you want. Huh? Short and sweet.
Thanks, guys. See you later. Yeah.
Did you see 3 of the Gonzaga starters came back from next year?
Yes, I did.
This has been a Georgetown production. George Chachis reporting.